Alright, here to, I'm just here to, talk about, Christopher Nolan's, entire filmography, all the films that he's done, all the feature-length films, just so you know, guys, not, documentaries or short films or anything like that, okay? So, don't expect Doodlebug to be in this video or, his new recent documentary, because this video I'm just gonna talk briefly about each of his movies and just give you my thoughts on them, and just the man, the legend. He's had a fantastic career already. The dude's a legend, and if you guys don't realize, I'm doing this as a special occasion because it was announced a few days ago that he's doing another film with Warner Brothers, and it's going to be released in 2017. That is just so awesome. I can't wait for that movie. It's already my most anticipated of 2017, guys. Maybe even the entire decade. Alright, I'm going that far. Just Christopher Nolan, man. He's just amazing. He's my favorite director of all time. Okay, guys, and like I said, this is going to be a review of his entire filmography from Following up to Interstellar. Alright, so and I got some of the movies on Blu-ray, like they're right in front of me actually, so I'm gonna show them when I get to talking about them. Okay, so reviewing all of Nolan's films in order. So first movie I'm gonna talk about, which I don't have on Blu-ray, is Following. Okay, this was released in 1998, the year I was born, and it was Nolan's first film. And to be honest, this was in Nolan's early stage, so his movies were a little different back then, but this was still definitely an intriguing movie. Definitely had you on the edge of your seat throughout, but it's just, you probably won't want to watch it again for I don't know, 6 years or something. It's just, it has a very low rewatch value, which is a huge problem with it for me, but overall I still enjoyed the movie a lot. Definitely had some nice twists in there, even though it was in black and white. Yes, it was in black and white, and it had the story of a man who just follows strangers and follow strangers and write stories about them or whatever. I haven't seen the movie in a while, guys, sorry, but so that's Following. Yeah, there we get to a second film which I own on Blu-ray, Memento. This is definitely, this is one of the most original movies ever, guys. This film was just it was very confusing. Well, especially the first time you see it, it's confusing as hell. But pretty much this movie, from end to beginning, literally, is a puzzle that you pretty much have to solve, while you watch it. Yes, This movie is a puzzle, guys, and it lets you, with your own mind, solve it how it should. And it's definitely one of the best indie movies ever, and this was Nolan's first masterpiece for sure. But it had just oh man, I should have wrote this shit down. Now I'm just saying filler stuff. But it was pretty intriguing and definitely very mind-blowing. Definitely a movie you won't forget for a while, that's for sure. And this movie was just so damn mind-blowing. It's pretty messed up too. It's definitely not for kids, but and so yes, will we ever see a Nolan movie like this again? Possibly, but um, it's I really don't know what to say about this movie that much, guys. It's really hard to talk about this without spoiling anything. I'm not joking, guys. I'm sorry, but Memento, amazing movie. It's in my top 20 movies ever. Just see it, alright, guys. So it's, like I said, hard to talk about without spoiling. Then we get to the next movie, which is Insomnia, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this movie that much. To be honest, it just didn't feel like a Nolan movie. Okay, it's completely different to all of his other films. It feels like it was directed by some guy who no one knows the name of, like Whiplash, for example. Who directed Whiplash? Exactly. So it was it had a phenomenal cast. You had Robin Williams, rest in peace, Al Pacino, Hilary Swank, and I don't know, guys. That movie was just not for me. I really just don't care to talk about it that much. But I don't own it on Blu-ray. I don't plan on getting it anytime soon. If I do get it, it will just be for the collection. But yes, and that's a shame. But now we get to the movie that put Christopher Nolan on the fucking map. And that is, released in 2005, Batman Begins. This movie was just amazing, guys. And I'm calling it now best reboot of all time. No dispute. Okay? This movie is just all three of the Dark Knight films, which I actually own in another box set right here. You can see it, but I just got, yes, I own like 4 copies of each Dark Knight film. I'm not joking, and it's just an amazing trilogy. It's just everything about these movies, which is great. But enough about that, okay? Well, for now, we're just talking about Batman Begins, and this movie was just, it was just told so perfectly, just the way the story was told, and just in the script, the quotes, it was just an incredible movie, and I actually think it's pretty underrated too. I mean, like, you don't see many people like call it, well, at least at the time, like one of the best superhero movies ever. Like, I mean, but since then it's become very popular. I love this movie to death. If you guys know me, you know how much I love Batman Begins, and yeah, and so that's that. And then we get to the next film, which is The Prestige, which I do not own on Blu-ray. This movie, it's not for everyone. I'll say that. Gotta say, the twists in it definitely what makes it great, and it's not your typical magician movie. If you're expecting like Harry Potter or something, you are inevitably gonna be disappointed. It's like a it's fantastic, but the movie is like a behind the scenes type of thing. If you get what I'm saying, behind the scenes of their magic tricks, how they deal with stuff, and and talks about the twists, and just and it definitely got better, like as the film progressed, well, at least in my opinion. So yeah, so that's The Prestige, and so that's that. Then we got the next film, Nolan's masterpiece without a doubt, and that is The Dark Knight. As you guys know, this is my favorite movie. Just everything about it is just unbelievable, and in my opinion, it has the best acting performance of all time. That is no exaggeration. It is just, you know, and for those who say this movie sucks, or it's boring, or is overrated, or the biggest one of all, it does not follow the source material, well, what I gotta say to that, guys, is shut the hell up, alright? This is a movie, not a comic book, alright? And to those who say what's so great about it, well, in short, this movie was so damn exciting and just had you on the edge of your seat throughout the entire thing. That's all I gotta say. Just an incredible movie, and the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, best villain ever, without a doubt, in my opinion, and the best performance ever, and just, you know, like I said, just masterpiece in its own rights. Then we got the next movie, released in 2010, and has become a favorite, I mean, among so many people, and rightfully so. That is Inception. This movie is just, this is another masterpiece from Nolan, and without a doubt, besides all three Dark Knight movies, this is his best film. Alright, just it's just so just so many twists. I don't think it's some people call it like the greatest movie of all time. I love it so much, guys. I love this movie so much, but I can't quite go there. I don't think it's quite as good as The Dark Knight, and but this movie is just amazing. Another exciting film that just has you on the edge of your seat, and has awesome plot twists, and just turns, and just a whole bunch of shit. You know, and on the IMDb page for Chris Nolan's untitled 2017 film, it says sci-fi, and because it's listed as sci-fi, we might finally get the sequel to Inception. Alright? It needs to happen, Nolan. Alright? Inception 2 needs to happen. And since it's listed as sci-fi, it might as well be Inception 2. You know? Or even better, a crossover between Inception and Interstellar. If Nolan was doing Interception crossover between those two, it would be fucking an amazing movie, guys. Seriously, that's all I gotta say. Just enough said. And Inception, amazing film. Man, this video went way longer than I wanted to, guys. Sorry. Just another phenomenal classic. Check it out if you haven't already. That's all I gotta say. Then we got released in 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. This movie is just alright. It's a hit and miss between people, but to me, this movie is perfect. This movie just and people say there was only like 20 minutes of Batman. You guys gotta realize it wasn't about Batman, alright? It was about the Bruce Wayne, okay? This movie was about Bruce Wayne and just how his character has been, like, driven throughout the entire series, and it was just told so perfectly, in my opinion, and, you know, and, people wished that, Heath Ledger's Joker was, just Heath Ledger was still alive, so he could have been a part of this, and it's understandable why they didn't even mention the Joker in here, like, out of respect, you know, but, if he was in it, it would have made this movie even better, and this movie is perfect to me. Like I said, if you guys don't know, all three Dark Knight movies are my favorite movie of all time, like tied for my number one, if you know what I mean. So Dark Knight Rises, just an amazing story, great score once again, and just everything about it flawless in my eyes. So yeah, and we got the last and latest film from Christopher Nolan, Interstellar. This is actually the digibook. This movie was this is the modern 2001 Space Odyssey, guys. Alright. Maybe even better. Okay. Just this movie, alright. I was looking forward to this because it was by Nolan, alright? That was the main reason, but I'm also actually a huge science and outer space lover guy, if you know what I mean. And this movie, pretty much the best thing about this movie is the emotion. Just enough said. The emotion showed in this film was definitely the best thing about it. Might actually make you tear up once or twice, you know, and that was just definitely made this movie as good as it was. People think it's overrated, but they're retarded. Okay, so that was my Christopher Nolan filmography review. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the length of this video. This video was longer than I would have liked, honestly, but you know, I did this, if you don't remember, in celebration of the 2017 new Nolan film coming out, and you know, and so yeah, so this was me briefly talking about each of his films and whatnot. So that's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And good day to you. Peace.